Y'all seen this shit?
Obviously, as of lately, I mean, your star has just been rising. Your name's on more rooms and coming off more tongues than ever before. Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal.
Yeah.
I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that
No.
you got a whole nother, you up there at the elite now? Or?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people,
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color, and the Republicans do, and that's a misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you,
People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And honestly, I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
I want to start just by saying, Nick, what the fuck is you thinking? But I already know what you're thinking. You know, all them kids and child support and all that shit is stacking up, so you got to get on that Republican train and talk that shit. He said the quiet part out loud to Amber when they first started the interview. And for those that are wondering what the hell Nick got going on, he said it already. The bag is big over there when you start pushing that Republican talking points. First of all, Nick, wasn't you on the Pan-African train just a couple of years ago? Wasn't you Mr. Pan-Africanism? And now you out here talking about, I don't view neither party. I'm on the W.E.B. Du Bois train. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And the quote that you said from W.E.B. Du Bois was taken completely out of context. The quote was said in 1956, pre-civil rights era. So when we see in the civil rights era come about, a lot of the stuff that W.E.B. Du Bois quoted when he said that statement were addressed with the civil rights movement. Now, overall, were all his issues with the United States government, two-party political system resolved with the civil rights era? No, it wasn't. But a lot of it was resolved. So you got to take that into consideration when you talk about a statement that was made in 1956, and we've seen the civil rights era come about in the 60s. Now, the next thing I want to address from Nick, when this heifer said Democrats don't care about black people and Republicans do, and that's the common misconception, I found that very comical, because a lot of the legislation that we've seen that have been detrimental to black and brown people have been put forward by Republican Party members. That whole statement about, Lincoln freed the slaves, and Lincoln paid a heavy toll from the Republican Party. So that statement about Republicans freeing the slaves, that was false, because Lincoln was the one that did it. And if you are familiar with any part of history, if you read any history book, you know that what Lincoln did really didn't free the slaves. Go read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch. I just wish that Nick had read a book about it and realized that Republicans didn't free the slaves. Now, even though we can say that the Democrats were the party that started the KKK, we must do a service to ourselves in history books and recognize that the Democrats were the party that put forward civil rights packages, and Democrats were the parties that put forth a lot of legislation that helped black people get out of that Jim Crow era. And as a result of all that, we've seen something that we had not seen in American history. We've seen a lot of people make a mass exodus from the Democratic Party. And we've seen something called the Southern Strategy. Now, the Southern Strategy was a strategy put forth by Republicans in that civil rights era because they seen a lot of quote-unquote disenfranchised white racist motherfuckers that were former Democrats, those KKK members, that said, hey, we don't believe that women should have rights. We don't believe that black people should have rights. We don't believe none of that shit. So come on over here to the Republican Party where you can have safe haven. You know, when you hear people say, I'm not going to say that every Republican is a racist, but if you're a racist, I'm going to say that you're a Republican. That's where that comes from. That's a result of the Southern Strategy. Because all of the racists that were in the Democratic Party left. Well, I ain't going to say all, but majority of them left. They were not on board with black people having rights. They were not on board with women having rights. They were not on board with civil rights whatsoever. So they left. So all that, well, the Democrats started the KKK. I just wish these motherfuckers would read some books and get off the internet, man. That's where this shit comes from. People get on the internet in these echo chambers and just start talking on this dumb shit and pass it along in their own little circles. Now, Nick, he's doing this for that bag. What are you doing this shit for?